As you explained to us yesterday, the shuffling of the forward lines was all matchup related for being on the road. Can we surmise then that going back to, at least from what we saw in the morning skate, is having the comforts of home?
We'll see. But I have the last change at home here, so there's certainly that helps a lot, yeah. So.
I guess we could page this hypothetically, if you will, but is there, because you've had so much success in continuity, if you do decide to go that way, do you consider that a help in a situation where your back's against the wall for the second time in these playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, those guys have played together most of the year, and through all the injuries and different things that happen, we've had a lot of different combinations that have gone, not just the playoffs, but during the season. So, those guys, when they roll out there tonight, we talked about, tonight, it's about straight line, simple hockey, play the way we can play, and it'll help. It'll help with, obviously, the nerves. It helps a little bit with, we're not worrying about the end result. We're going to get out and play the game, and we got to play the game and having familiarity with lines, that certainly helps.
Scott, I'm just wondering as well if you might be able to describe what is it about this group of players around you that when you look in the room that makes you think, they'll be able to climb out of this hole and win tonight, go into Dallas, maybe get one there and come back here for a possible Game 7?
Yeah, really not worrying about 6 right now. This is Game 5. We got to make sure we win. And talked about it over the course of the year, went through it in the St. Louis series about responding after tough games and being better the next one, and these are all lessons learned. So whatever we've learned through the 82 games, coming off those moments when we weren't at our best and how we bounced back and putting that game behind us, we've done our review. Now it's time to move forward, be the best version of ourselves tonight. That's all we ask. We'll worry about what happens after tonight, make sure we get the job done.
Scott, you look around the league right now, and every division winner, Vegas is done now, and the other 3 are all in must-win situations that won their divisions. Does that just show just how different the regular season can be to the shorter sample size that is the playoffs?
I suppose. I think that, that's when you get in the playoffs, it's all that stuff other than having home ice kind of goes out the window. It's when you're whatever's team is up and running and playing their game consistently for 5, 6, 7 games, however long it takes. That's what it's about at this time of year. And there's a different brand of hockey that you often hear guys talk about, and it's not. You don't see it. You see it some nights through the 82 games, but during the playoffs, it's another animal. It's a whole different type of hockey, and the teams that can play it consistently the most, the ones that usually are standing at the end.
And for your group, I imagine there's got to be some solace in this is a group that just 10 days ago had its season on the line in this very building and responded with, a dramatic win. So guys you talk about calluses and whatnot, that's something very recent that guys can lean on, right?
Yeah, that, and, obviously those are all things that, coming out of Game 4 in St. Louis, coming home for 5, and then going into Game 7 and what we had to do for that one, obviously. But there's guys that have had experience with other teams or with the Jets that have been through this maybe and have an opportunity to learn from it or be better the next time around. And this is it. This is the opportunity. So we know how loud it's going to be in here. We know how the support we're going to get here at home, and we got to take advantage of it.
Scott, you were happy with the volume and the quality last game. How do you make life a little bit more difficult then for Jake Oettinger?
Yeah, second chance opportunities, him not seeing pucks, trying to get our sticks on some of those point shots. Thought we had a little better, like Game 2, we had a little bit better movement, a little bit more motion, and that included our defense. And then again, it's got to be life at this time of year. It's got to be hard on the goaltender. You can't see those shots that come from up above, and then again, it's those second chances, those hack and whack and chop, and somehow will the puck into the back of the net.
What have you liked about your team's game? 'Cause sometimes you go down 3-1, you're getting smoked. This is not that. So what will you lean on that you've done well?
There's lots of areas. I mean, we've done a good job of not spending extended zone time in our end of the rink. I thought we've done a good job. Dallas has I thought as the series has gone on, our Dallas's attack game, we've done a better job of getting over top of it. It's still going to be a part of their part of what they do well. But so you're kind of each game you're trying to find some areas that are there's some improvement. We're doing a good job on face-offs, better job on face-offs than I thought we in the first two games. We're helping. We're coming up with some of those pucks, helping our centers. We're getting some opportunities off of those. So it's just, I guess, each game there's some areas that you kind of talk about and make improvements or making adjustments on, and I'm seeing them. We've done them. Now tonight it has to be that sort of full package, all the things we've talked about through the first four games, that the edges that we're looking to grab against Dallas, we have to put it all together.
And then you mentioned the crowd. Obviously, you have to worry about your process and doing your things, but how much motivation can be giving them one more reason to celebrate?
Yeah, it's been huge so far. Obviously, it's a second wave. It's a push. It's that noise that it keeps you fired up. It keeps you in the moment, and it's no different. It was loud in Dallas those games, so we know what it's going to be here. We just gotta get them in behind us. Create. It doesn't have to be goals, but it is us playing our game, having momentum shift, a couple shifts in a row where we're hemming them, and the crowd's into it, we're into it, and that's the kind of momentum that builds from it.
Scott, I know I asked you about this yesterday, but just piggybacking off of what Mirage said there, because you've shot 6% on the road and 16% at home, would it be too simplistic just to say that great crowd you just described is giving you that extra energy around the opposition net?
Well, there's no denying it that when we play here. I mean, look at our record. We've been really good here, and that just when it gets loud like that, and it gets that, it's like I said, it's like a wave that kind of comes through the building, and our guys get up on their toes, and that's just pro sports. When you're at home and your crowd's in behind you like that, it's that's that extra man that you need, and we've got to feed off it tonight.
Simon Deschamps from Radio-Canada CBC. Is the Wildfire situation, your player can rally around that and to support the community?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's getting close to home for all of us, and there's a lot of people that are in tough situations right now. Pray for safety for all those people, but also our first responders, our firefighters, everybody that's in the middle of that. That's real life. This is hockey. This is sport. That's real life, and we hope they're safe and can do what they have to do to protect everybody. It is unfortunate, and we've seen it across this country there the last few years, and but at the end of the day, hopefully that we can go out and win a hockey game for those people, and they're all part of our may not be here in the building tonight, but they are part of Manitoba and Winnipeg that are behind the Jets.